Eat Better, Eat Together month. This is our dinner. Why not get together with a friend and choose a theme? That's the best way to start, even if it's something so simple, just like a taco party. That one you can do really easy. Just get some taco shells and some burritos, and it's really good for people that have different tastes. And you can really mix in the fermented food, you know, the tomato salsas and the nice spicy kimchis and curry spices and fermented chickpeas. There's just so much that you can do and have them all laid out. Why not do it a little bit different and have fun and invite your guests to help you? So you'll have to do a bit of pre-prep. You'll have to have your chickpeas soaked and things like that. But you'll have it all laid out artfully, just like you would set out a table. And they can make it all together in teams. We did this one year and it was just fantastic. Everybody wanted to come back and people were starting to do it themselves. It was just wonderful. That you take off all the stress and you get to enjoy the night as well. And that's what it's all about, eating together, everyone eating together and enjoying the meal, turning off all the distractions and just really enjoying the conversation and great food. So that's like a taco party, but tonight we're having a curry feast. And when you have a curry feast, once again, you want to have different tastes because not everybody likes extra hot and spicy. I'm hanging on to the dessert here because it's a very easy one because that's what it all is, just having it nice and artful, just having a nice little selection of fresh seasonal fruit, whatever's growing in your area, in your garden, or if you're going to the local markets or wherever you go to get your fruit, just get a nice little selection that you know that will look nice. You don't need a big selection. Here I've got the coconut kefir ice cream, and in your downloads, you're going to have all the recipes step by step. So you can use the coconut or you can just use the milk kefir ice cream. I've got a recipe there for one that you use an ice cream maker and one without an ice cream maker. So there's many there that you can choose from. Now, just say that you don't have your milk kefir, but you still want to make a nice ice cream. Well, you can actually go and buy coconut ice creams now. The people that make that wonderful Koyo yogurt, they also make an ice cream, which is probiotic rich and really lovely. And you can just toast some coconut and sprinkle that on top. The other way, if you don't want the coconut and you want the real ice cream, just go and get a really good quality vanilla ice cream. And again, have your coconut toasted, which toasted's just dry toasting in a pan. So you just put it in there and your nice organic coconut. You can do it with fresh, which I've got there. I've got fresh coconut that wasn't dried, but you can use just dried coconut and just toss it around in your pan so it's nice and toasted, nice and crispy, and oh, it's a beautiful smell. So then you can put that through your vanilla ice cream. You won't be able to, well, you can use your hand, but you will really have to beat and beat and beat. So it's easy just to put it into a mixer bowl and mix it through. Do that at least the day before and keep that in the freezer and keep it covered so that it doesn't go all frosty. You don't want it all frosty. And then there's your ice cream. So there's your dessert. Nice and lovely after a curry feast. So I'll just pop that over there. Now the centre of our table will be our papaya bomb. Look at him, isn't he beautiful and he's so tasty? So that's just, you cut off the top and the bottom of your papaya. We call the red ones papaya and the yellow ones pawpaw, but whatever you like to call them. But this is the red one. Choose one that's about 90% ripe and just take the top off, take the bottom off and fill it. So what I've filled it with some quinoa, some cooked quinoa and some lentil dal. And the dal's actually got coconut in there as well. So, and then we just bake it for about 40-45 minutes, depending on the size of your pumpkin. I like to surround it with some nice selection of roast veggies, so that way that one's not extra spicy, and everybody loves a few bit of roast veggies with your curries. It's really nice, not just so much rice. But I do a lot of quinoa. That's the quinoa there. You can see the quinoa. That's it there. I always soak that overnight first in milk kefir, and it makes it more digestible. And then we we rinse it all off and give it a nice little steamer away and put some ginger and turmeric in there, just little slithers of it, and oh, just beautiful. So that's my keema. This is a little kimchi loaf. It's a raw loaf, and it has a nice little spice in there, and that I've actually done in my dehydrator. So it's sort of like a little bit of bread that you can dip into, like you can dip it into your curries like this. And of course you could make a dosa, or you could make an injera, like from teff, that you can use as your plate and put all your curries on top of it, and use that as your fork as well. I love injeras. That's the Ethiopian way. So we've been bringing Ethiopia into the curries as well, and that's really lovely as well. So that's sort of how we're incorporating our fermented foods. With a curry, you always want to have a couple, 2 or 3, what they call I'm not sure how you properly pronounce it. The Indians will tell me that's not how you say it, Lynnie, with your Aussie accent as it is, Raita. Do correct me, but you can make a couple of those. That's what you have when you go to the Indian restaurants and they have that yogurt, or they have things soaked in your yogurt. So we use the milk kefir. You know, the one that we strained in our prior video, the little ones there, they're in there. So we use the liquid, and something like a banana that's rolled in coconut and it's soaked in the milk kefir. These are just nice and cooling, so it gives that cooling contrast to your hot and spicy curries. And cucumber's another good one, just slices of cucumber, a little bit of dill, and again the milk kefir. So you always choose just 2 or 3, you don't go overboard with it. And that just makes it really, really lovely curry. And then you just have a few selections of different curries there as well. So how easy is that? And it's very tasty. And you get to have a little bit of fresh and a little bit of fermented, a little bit of cooked. And that's how we should eat. Fermented foods are not designed to eat by the bucket loads. They're there just to mix it in, or as a condiment size. And as you can see, that's how it is. So then you would have your lovely drink and you'd sit back and you would relax with your guests. So here we have a lepidini. So chin chin, big love, and bacteria.